My brother and my girlfriend falsely tried to accuse me so that I would lose my inheritance. I never thought my own blood would betray me, but here we are. My grandfather passed away last spring, leaving behind a fortune that was supposed to change everything for our family. The will was crystal clear. As the eldest grandchild, the bulk of his estate would come to me, with smaller portions going to my brother Jake and a few other relatives. Jake had always been the golden child growing up, charming, athletic, could talk his way out of anything, but he'd also burned through every opportunity handed to him. Dropped out of college twice, bounced between jobs, racked up gambling debts that my parents had to cover more than once. Meanwhile, I'd kept my head down, worked my way through school, built a stable career in finance. Grandpa saw that difference between us. When the reading happened, Jake's smile never wavered, but I caught the flash in his eyes. Sarah, my girlfriend of 3 years, squeezed my hand and whispered how proud she was. I thought we were all handling it well, considering the circumstances. The first red flag came 2 weeks later. Sarah started asking weird questions about the inheritance timeline, about whether there were any conditions that could void the will. She framed it as concern, just want to make sure you're protected, babe. But something felt off. Then Jake began dropping by more often. Always when Sarah was around, always steering conversations toward Grandpa's final months and my relationship with him. The accusation hit like a truck. They claimed I'd manipulated Grandpa during his final year, isolated him from the family, pressured him into changing the will. According to their story, I'd systematically turned him against Jake while playing the perfect grandson. They said I'd even prevented Jake from visiting during Grandpa's last hospital stay. Complete bullshit, every word of it. Jake had stopped visiting on his own because Grandpa wouldn't lend him money anymore. I was the one driving 4 hours every weekend to check on him, helping with his medications, making sure he wasn't lonely. Sarah knew all of this. She'd come with me dozens of times, but they had their stories synchronized perfectly. Jake produced text messages claiming I'd told him not to bother visiting. Sarah backed him up, saying she'd witnessed me bad-mouthing Jake to Grandpa. They even found a few family friends who remembered me being protective of Grandpa's time, twisting my genuine care into something sinister. The legal battle dragged on for 8 months. Lawyers, depositions, character witnesses. My parents were torn apart, not knowing who to believe. Extended family took sides. Every family gathering became a minefield of accusations and uncomfortable silences. The breakthrough came when Jake got sloppy. He'd been so focused on playing the victim that he forgot to cover his tracks elsewhere. My lawyer discovered he'd been in contact with a private investigator, paying him to dig up dirt on me that could be used in court. But the real smoking gun was the investigator's report, which clearly stated that Jake had initiated the whole scheme because he desperately needed the inheritance money to cover substantial gambling debts. Sarah's involvement unraveled next. Her phone records showed dozens of calls with Jake in the weeks before the accusation, calls she'd never mentioned to me. When confronted directly, she broke down and admitted Jake had promised her a cut if she helped him contest the will. She'd been feeding him information about my relationship with Grandpa, helping him craft a believable narrative. The case collapsed within a week after that. Jake's lawyer dropped him, Sarah moved out of our apartment overnight, and suddenly, all those family members who'd been questioning my character were calling to apologize. I got the inheritance, but the victory felt hollow. The money was still there, but my relationship was destroyed. My family was fractured, and my brother had shown me exactly what kind of person he really was. Sarah's betrayal somehow hurt worse than Jake's. I'd expected better from her, trusted her with everything. Jake disappeared for a while after the dust settled. Last I heard, he'd moved across the country. Sarah tried reaching out a few months later, claiming she was sorry and had been manipulated too. I never responded. Some bridges, once burned, can't be rebuilt. That inheritance was supposed to be a blessing, a foundation for my future. Instead, it became the tool that revealed who in my life actually gave a damn about me. Money changes people. Sometimes it just reveals who they always were.